it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
One down. 280. 52 right here. 52. Oh, you get ahead. Oh, you get ahead. That's right. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Yo, Chief. Alert 3. Check safety. Check safety.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10.
93. Hey, Delta.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive. Starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice.
Attack, attack. Yellow. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Bravo!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run on first down. Swift. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes, his pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Yellow, that's a line. You ain't going nowhere. 15. Exit. Come on.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Klo2e2's. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They keep it with Klo2e2's on first. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Now, 180. 180, we're good. 280. That's it.
On play action, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Swift. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. I don't need to. Go 50 X the mic. Here we go, T. Here I come. 50 X the mic. Yellow. Delta. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
From the 25 on second down, Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Check it out, read. Attack.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. On second down, here's Crowell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Sponge. No, 734. Watch the twitch.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Here we go again. Switch. Move that down. Check three. Kill.
They'll run with Crowell. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
29.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The point after is good, and it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And out across midfield down to the 45. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Klo2e2's. And some space here. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Isaiah Klo2e2, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Yellow.
From the 29, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Klo2e2's, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season.
Hey, turn it up. Slam.
This is Klo2e2's. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown.
And you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts. That's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. On the run, it's Klo2e2's. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Down. 185. White. Kill. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Heavy. Back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
Watch run. Watch 93. Baby, that's it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10.
Check. Watch the safety creep. Watch your mind. Safety creeping.
Klo2e2's. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
This is our time, guys. It's our down. Shift.
To throw his Carr. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Check tight end.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Thomas has got it, complete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Watch the run. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's a party now. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Go. Hey, 15. Switch it.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Hey, go going.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
58's the mic. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long
attack.
It's going to be a long day.
Come back.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Check the backer, check the backer.
15. Here goes 15.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And Thomas has it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Kansas City.
Wally! Let's go, Wally!
Who that? Who that?
On 1st down, Swift. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
You gotta go right here. You gotta play big.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
58's Mike, 58. 58's Mike. Let's go, let's go. C6. 58's Mike.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Hey, let's get this, get this. Shoot.
15. 15.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check 26. Kill.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Coming this way. Here we go. 36.
Attack, attack! Attack, attack!
Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Ricky Seals-Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's definitely making his mark early in the year from the tight end position. 2 games played, 2 touchdowns.
And from what I've seen on tape so far this year, his ability to use the fakes well, his body in the red zone, they should continue to look his way through the entire season.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run on first down. Klo2e2's, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We're good. You ready? Express. That's right.
Now it's Klo2e2. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Klo2e2. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
Check. Low.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
What down? Blue 80? 51.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st down, Swift. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Your mind. Express.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Shut down.
Check 43.
Move that down.
31. Check 31.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score, Chiefs 56, Raiders 7. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
From the 27, Carr looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Taking it right down Broadway. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Here we go. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Go 58's the Mike. Let's go. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. We ain't giving up nothing today. Okay.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. It's Hill, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Hey, 734.
52's the mic. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Defense wins championships, baby.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Watch the flag. 694.
Mike 56, Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the gun, it's Carr. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here's Hill on the return. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Watch the screen. Pass. Alpha. 58's the mic. 58.
Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Express.
On play action, now Carr. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Tyrell Williams. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
.637.
5-2's the Mike. Mike's 5-2. Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Mike 52.
I'm coming.
New Mike 52. Mike 52. 12, Bimbo.
65. 65. 65.
One final try now for Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas...